Stupid playbook. What the hell am I doing? Today's sponsorship of Tennessee Titans versus Denver Broncos goes to 710 Pipes. 710 Pipes, the best place to get your vape stuff that you really need. Vape juice is super good. They have deals every day that I go there. Half their bottles are only like $5 each, and I could come out with 4 bottles of juice. They have really good flavors. So, 710 Pipes. If you're ever down in the Denver area off of Colfax and Emerson, please stop by to 710 Pipes. 710 Pipes. Best place for your vape juice in the Denver area.
Taking on the Denver Bronco. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football.
So I give this place an earthquake, guys.
The Broncos get set to do battle with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Ah, shit, still forgot to change my kicker. Probably, hopefully do that for the next game. Keep on forgetting. Really want to keep the freaking...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25.
Today's 4 options that I got today.
And it's probably an important season for the man under center, Marcus Mariota. This will be year number 5 since he was drafted second overall. And
something
far,
that
in terms of
pretty much looks like
success,
and probably will smell like Lucky Charms.
Card victory under his belt.
We will have also something I like to say, Captain Crunch. Yep.
Mariota on first down.
And the one that's in my tank right now
and up to the 35
does taste like marshmallows. It's actually pretty
10
good.
yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner.
Let's say he's 4 picks at 710 Pipes.
Tough to defend.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season.
It was
he is
only 26.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Most of them were at least, I want to say $5 each, maybe a few of them were a little bit more. But it's well worth it. 710 Pipes.
Play action now. Mariota. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
Mariota to throw it. And that is incomplete. They were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Now Brown. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Okay, the camera angle will stay like this.
First down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, throw left side, complete. It's Myers. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 122 yards. To throw, it's Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16
I do
yards.
apologize. I think it was going to go straight to our offensive line, but I kind of did want to get a play going.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to
This is kind of the offense I run in Denver.
Nice play there.
Hurry.
One thing's for sure.
This is how we do it.
And you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Bro, you're not even in my starting group right now.
Streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now Lewis here on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Shit.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
Folded like a lawn
Down he
chair.
goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. There'll be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Shit.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing on first is Wentz. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Wentz now on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando here at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. A 1-point victory in the end. 17-16, your final score.
They will see us week
From there,
8.
we head out west to the Golden State. Check on the Rams at home in L.A. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Myers. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. To throw again on second down. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey,
throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
With it is Brown. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Go. 280. Man, I got you.
Again, it's Wentz. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Now Wentz. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Broncos push further out in front. They have the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack, Mariota. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, Right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. To throw Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up. Excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
With that marker. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. Breaks free again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 33 yards that time. Oh, look at this. Wynn's going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Wow, that's the 3rd time he's gotten
Harold
me.
Landry getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wynn's going to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
It's caught inside the 25. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thanks for watching. Danny and Nets are out. We'll see you next game.